Welcome to Power Surge 2020. I am Brian Harman, President and CEO of the United Mitochondrial Disease Foundation, and we are delighted to have you with us for this significant event. We're excited to bring you a full agenda today with a special focus on navigating mitochondrial disease in the era of COVID-19. But of course, today would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. During this time of uncertainty, they stepped up and asked what else they can do to support us. We're grateful for their support year in and year out. When this all started months ago and we had to make the decision to forego our international symposium as we knew it, we made a promise to ourselves and to our community to recommit to our vow that no one fights alone. We had to come up with new and innovative ways to advance our mission, new ways to keep our families informed, new ways to stay connected and educated. We knew you were all counting on us to continue to deliver our goal of funding research, advancing mito-friendly legislation, and providing education and support to our community. In this time of organizational introspection, however, we gained an even greater appreciation for how much we count on all of you, our legion of patient families, doctors, researchers, donors, and volunteers who have made the UMDF and the mission we serve a priority. For that, we are most grateful. The truth is, we at UMDF can't fight alone. You are our army. You've stepped up to continue to fundraise through our signature fundraising event, Energy for Life. Just a few short weeks ago, we held our first virtual Energy for Life events. When we are up against the ropes with social distancing and the threat of canceled events, our community stepped up to drive fundraising and awareness. For that, we're very grateful. And we'll be counting on you again as we plan for Energy for Life this fall. We'll be looking for your leadership and your energy as we rise to the challenge of supporting our mission during these uncertain times. Your involvement is critical to every effort being made to find a cure for mitochondrial disease. You've joined the fight by giving your voice, generosity, time, and energy. Whether it has been through an athletic endeavor, the establishment of a family impact fund, leaving a legacy through a planned gift, hosting a special event, or one of the dozens of ways you chose to support UMDF, we thank you for helping us fuel this important work. We know we have a challenge ahead of us as we have to become even more creative in fundraising in the coming months. We know you will be there to help us lead the way. Our nationwide network of ambassadors have stepped up. Over 87 support ambassadors have pivoted and helped us find new ways to connect with families. Outside of our ongoing ambassador support that's provided year in and year out, we have launched 46 new virtual support meetings across 16 states and 18 cities over these past several weeks. It's been an opportunity for families to get to know each other and to discuss topics such as telehealth, crisis preparedness, socially distanced summer fun, and back to school during this time of COVID-19. We're grateful for the opportunity to showcase this to our patient community. On a yearly basis, UMDF supports thousands of people navigating their mitochondrial journey over the phone. So we established a new 188 number, a dedicated support line, and improved our case management systems to better support our patient families. Over 9,600 individuals have joined our dedicated support group page on Facebook, a place where members can interact and support each other virtually. And speaking of Facebook, we've launched a new social media effort to better connect with our families. Our goal is frequent and thoughtful communication, finding more ways to connect with our community and connect our community to each other. So please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Later this summer, we will be launching the new and improved UMDF.org website. This is a website that aims to bring critical information to patients, caregivers, and clinicians in a clear and digestible way. We'll be launching MitoU, a new educational hub with portals for patient families and clinicians to get up-to-date educational content, view videos, and take self-guided courses. We've also launched a series of new webcasts. We've strengthened our connection to the Mito community through our new Ask the Mito Doc series, where we've had thousands of views on our recent COVID-19 broadcasts. You can watch those videos on our new YouTube channel, so please subscribe on our YouTube channel. The research community has been coming together for a webcast called Mito Fridays. And this is a bench-to-bedside series that has brought hundreds of researchers together to discuss important topics in mitochondrial disease researchers. The most recent one had representatives from over 23 countries around the globe. And coming this fall, we'll be bringing to you a new mitochondrial podcast where we'll bring interesting people in the mitochondrial space, from courageous patient stories to the connection of the mitochondria across science. This is our opportunity to share the message of the powerhouse of the cell to a broader community. And of course, we'll be back together in 2021 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Next year, we'll be celebrating the 25th anniversary of UMDF. And there's so much to celebrate over our 25 years. So much this community has done together. We hope that you'll join us in Charlotte next year for our international symposium. Our advocates continue to storm Capitol Hill to amplify the patient voice, educate policymakers, expand resources towards treatment and cures, fight for coverage and insurance protections, and develop champions and supporters on the Hill. We're currently working through the Medical Nutrition Equity Act and the Ending the Diagnostic Odyssey Act. And our advocates have been busy recruiting new members for Congressional Mitochondrial Disease Caucus. Together, we have secured language in the appropriations bills to direct the NIH to continue mitochondrial disease research and hold a follow-on workshop on these issues. We've supported continued inclusion of mitochondrial disease as an eligible disease in the Department of Defense's peer-reviewed medical research program. Joined the patients and providers for the Medical Nutrition Equity Coalition, and again, supporting several pieces of legislation over this past year. Your support is helping drive innovation across the mitochondrial disease research space, first and foremost by funding and finding the best science wherever it may be in the world. From postdoctoral fellows to early stage investigators to experienced investigators, we aim to fund mitochondrial disease research at various stages of research careers. And two of those researchers you'll be able to see pitch their projects to our Accelerators members right here on day 2 of the Power Surge. Please tune in at 12:30 today to watch Kinsley Bell of Stanford University and Leah Mayorga of IHEM vie for the $50,000 Accelerators prize. Our Accelerators members, who represent a special group of donors at UMDF, of donors who have given $500 or more, who receive a very special benefit as part of this program, get to vote on the finalists that they think are most deserving of the Accelerators prize. And there's still time to become an accelerator. You can visit umdf.org/accelerators for more information. Earlier this year, the Lee Syndrome International Consortium, which is a patient-driven consortium represented by the Mito Foundation, Mitochondrial, People Against Lee Syndrome, the Lilly Foundation, and UMDF, was pleased to announce grants totaling $179,000 to 6 research teams. We are excited that the Lee Syndrome Consortium continues to advance this roadmap project with a focus on natural histories, outcome measures, and preclinical coordination. I extend my appreciation to our friends around the globe who have made this such a strong international collaboration, one that we are all quite proud of. All told, this year, the UMDF, and with all of your support, will distribute over $500,000 in research grants. This makes us the #1 non-governmental funder of Mito research. And ultimately, we're investing $1 million in scientific activity across key infrastructure projects. Infrastructure projects like the Mitochondrial Care Network, where we continue to partner with the Mitochondrial Medicine Society and our friends at Mito Action in development of this network, a 22-site national clinical care network aimed at optimizing clinical care. This group is in the process of hiring a network coordinator right now, and the clinical project groups have developed near-term objectives and priorities. We're excited to accelerate this program to bring it to our community. No one fights alone. When we're advancing research, taking our voice to Capitol Hill, or providing mito education support, truly no one fights alone. And today we want to recognize a handful of those leaders who have helped us in that fight, who are leading in that fight. Today we celebrate a special group of volunteers who have gone above and beyond in their service to UMDF. I am pleased to announce the 2020 UMDF Volunteer Award winners. Our first award recognizes a youth commitment that tugs on the heartstrings. 13-year-old Nathaniel Pacuris from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, is the 2020 UMDF Heartstrings Award winner. Nathaniel has supported his friend, Michael Lepresti, through years of love, fundraising, support, and friendship. Way to go, Nathaniel. We're quite proud of you. Ryan Eberly is this year's recipient of the Energy Award. This award is given to an individual who truly embodies the spirit of UMDF. Ryan hails from Gordonville, Pennsylvania, and contributes to countless internal projects, including our online resource guide, physicians list, and the UMDF website. I have personally worked with Ryan on a handful of these projects, and I'm grateful for his time and energy that he has put into moving these projects forward. Congratulations, Ryan. The Living, Encouraging, Achieving, Persisting Award for 2020 goes to the Holmes family from South Bend, Indiana. The Holmes family lives with the most positive outlook on life despite the daily fight with mitochondrial disease. We are grateful for their support and bringing the whole family together to support UMDF. And finally, the prestigious Stanley A. Davis Leadership Award winner for 2020 is Joy Krumdiak from Bellingham, Washington. This award is presented to a UMDF volunteer who exemplifies dedication to UMDF. Joy is very deserving of this award for her continuous effort as a UMDF ambassador who relentlessly supports, educates, and raises awareness for the patient family community. Thank you and congratulations, Joy. I am now delighted to kick off today's programming by introducing our first speaker. Here to talk about COVID-19, managed care and urgent care in mitochondrial patients is Dr. Austin Larson from the University of Colorado. Dr. Larson,